Hudson TV came to the Marion housing complex in Jersey City, where Mayor Fulop, along with Public Safety Director James Shea, announced that the new police headquarters will reside right in this complex.
Talking about minority recruiting, some of the changing in policing strategies, and then we happened to mention that we were doing this today, and so they came down here to join us as well. But you know, we're going to be the first in the state of New Jersey, and probably the first police department of this size in the country. We haven't found anybody else that is actually going to be locating their police headquarters in public housing. And you are going to see at the next council agenda the City Council vote to hopefully approve a lease with the Housing Authority that will not only save money, it'll cost about a third of the current price that we're paying in Journal Square, but it will relocate a large portion of our police department to public housing and actually create a visible presence in an area that has often been neglected. We are going to start retrofitting these buildings immediately following the council vote, and the agenda that we have is to build it predominantly with as much as possible via contracting laws with minority local contractors, similar to what we did at the Hub. So we want to invite you inside to see what the building looks like today and how it's going to be structured going forward. And so thank you. This is obviously the before picture in a short 6 months. This space is going to be really something to be proud of, and an entire police department headquarters being relocated here. And like I said, it's going to be built with minority contractors wherever possible locally. And like I said, we're going to be the first for sure in the state of New Jersey, but a police department this size having our actually police headquarters in public housing. These buildings were underutilized and some of them not used for years, actually. And so rather than continue to have them in a state of neglect, we wanted to figure out a way to use them optimally, and we think this couldn't be a better use. So you could come through what it looks like today, and so I want you to understand what it's going to look like. And we couldn't be more thankful, as I said, to our senators and congresspeople for helping us get HUD to sign off on this so that we could actually lease it from the Housing Authority. And for those of you that are, one more thing, it's going to be leased at approximately $6 a square foot, as opposed to what the current market is in Journal Square, which is close to $18 per square foot. So there's a significant saving to the city. We're going to install an elevator in here, totally retrofitted, and that build-out's going to cost a little bit more than $1 million. And we would hope to have it occupied in early 2016.
Yeah,
so
partly also to make it handicap accessible and everything
entirely. Something like I said, in 6 months, something for the city to be proud of, and for Marion Gardens to be proud of, and the west side of the city to be proud of. But as you could tell right now, it's been underutilized for a long, long time. This is not just in the last couple of years. There are years and years and years of just unused area. So it'll be really great. Terrence, we'll get you an office here, I told you.
Yeah, I'll work here, why not?
We would like you being here, actually. So that's basically, and then there's storage underneath, and we'll get you the exact square footage. And like I said, it's 200 families that live in Marion Garden here, and they're going to be most immediately impacted, and then of course the broader Marion community.
Have you talked to people in the community? What are residents of the building?
We just got sign off from HUD literally last week, and it'll be on the next council agenda. So we announced this earlier in the year that we had hoped of doing this. We met a lot of challenges in getting HUD on board with it, and so now that we're moving forward, we're going to make sure that the community feels comfortable with the entire structure. And like I said, some of the access roads are going to be through 440, so that way not to be disruptive on that front while still having a visible presence on a daily basis, 24 hours a day, which is going to be great for the community. Richard, it's going to be good, right? It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Any idea how much it's going to cost to retrofit the building?
A little bit more than $1 million. But a little bit more than $1 million, and we're going to do as much as possible with minority contracting. Yeah, that's a
retrofitting for the future. Like I said, the building has to be. This building is not handicapped accessible. Laws have changed since it was built. It's built very strongly. It's an excellent building. It's in a good location first, but it needs to be brought up to 2015 standards. And we're not getting it for 2015. We're getting it for the foreseeable future as the department grows. It'll give us room for growth.
I think the initial lease is a 10-year lease with HUD, is what's going to be approved at the next council agenda next week. And then, of course, we'll look to expand that from there. We have 817 officers now, so we're growing. We have another class in right now. And
another class scheduled
for the fall. Yeah. So you know, we'd expect the department to grow significantly, and with that, leadership grows as well. So this is going to be a great thing, a win-win on so many fronts. We're going to be so excited.
Any idea how much the city has spent on the Journal Square offices? I know
get you that
before
number.
you became mayor, I know that there were some
I mean, look,
renovations there. And they
you know, part of the concerns that we had on that is Journal Square. It's not optimum use to have a police headquarters not on the ground floor in Journal Square. That doesn't really help from a visibility standpoint, and this is going to solve a lot of problems on a lot of fronts, and so we think it makes a lot more sense, and it's going to be for the long term.
And in addition, like Journal Square, there's no parking. We have to rent Journal Square, then we have to rent a parking lot. This suits us financially as
and
well.
that's a rental from a private landlord, as opposed to this, which is from the Jersey City Housing Authority and using space that was vacated.
I'm Lauren Kelly, reporting for Hudson TV, committed to you.